Verse 10. Yes. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great city. I'm sorry, I'm reading again. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me the great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12.
So Israel will have a prominent place.
That's right.
In the kingdom. Yes.
And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children.
Let me get to the prophecy, man.
Yes, go ahead.
We, Deuteronomy 28 showed that we would have gone through slavery.
Yes.
We'd have gone through oppression. What is next to happen to us? Liberation through Christ, or will there be something else?
Just bear with me. This goddamn laptop is a piece of shit.
Another form of slavery that we will go through, another tribulation that we'll go through before Christ established the kingdom. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand. What's going to happen?
Is there going to be another
There's going
persecution?
to be war between the nations.
Yes.
Okay. The European Union will crumble. Okay. They will despise and fight against Babylon and America with fire.
So Europe is going to go to war with America.
Yes.
Yeah. But in terms of us black people now, will we go through another kind of slavery, another the tribulation that slavery was representative of?
Give me Noah, Matthew 24. You know what I want? So Christ,
what will happen to us immediately before Christ returns?
I'm going to show
as a people, as a race.
As a race.
Yes.
You know what I want? I thought?
Yes. Yeah.
Matthew 24. Come on.
Yeah.
As it was.
Yeah.
You got it for me?
Yes. Verse 38. Matthew 24, verse 38.
So to 37.
37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So that's going to be the outcome. We're going to be carried along like la-di-da, like you're doing now.
So everything going all right.
That's right. War will be going on.
Carnival, excitement, and so on.
Then war will pop off.
So we as a people will not go through an ethnic.
No,
that won't happen.
Nope. Yes. Then you told me
there's a time to come. At that time,
no.
An ethnic kind of a persecution.
No,
that won't happen.
Nope.
So how do you explain Daniel 12? Persecution, go through excitement, and so on.
Then war will pop off.
So we as a people will not go through an ethnic kind of a persecution.
No,
that won't happen.
Nope.
So how do you explain Daniel 12?
He said it 5 times. Nope. Said it 5 times, 4 or 5 times. Nope. What happened to, if you listen to me closely, Mark? We're listening.
Daniel 12 and verse 1 says,
Yes. Then you told me.
There's a time to come. At that time shall arise Michael, the great prince who has charge of your people. Is this talking about the Hebrews? And there shall be a time of trouble such as never has been since there was that nation of Israel till that time. But at that time your people shall be delivered, everyone whose name shall be written.
Yes.
This prophesies that Israel is going to go through something, a time of trouble such as never was. That means it is supposed to exceed, if we are Israel, this should exceed slavery. This should exceed any horrors that we had gone through in our history. This is supposed to happen to whoever before the return of Christ, to the point that the archangel Michael will have to stand up for that people.
I'm sorry. I had the mic off. Yeah, this guy didn't he didn't correct this guy for saying Christ this and correct then.
All the true Hebrews. Yes. And you just said that what we are looking for is not something that will eclipse transatlantic slavery, but a liberation through Christ.
That's right. I'm going to explain it.
But the true Israelites will experience another Holocaust.
No, I'm going to explain it to you. Revelation 11.
Daniel 12:1.
I'm going to explain it. I'm going to read quickly.
If we are the true Israelites, then something else, according to prophecy, is supposed to happen to us on a scale that will.
Book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them.
That's us waking up again. This is what you see here. Spirit of life from God. This is, two witnesses of the two kingdoms.
And they stood upon their feet.
That's what you see now.
And great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Right, because Israel's going to come back together, Judah and Israel. Come on.
And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither.
This is what you call the rapture. Come up hither. Watch this.
And they ascended.
Go ahead. Read it again.
And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud.
They ascended up to heven in a cloud, which is a chariot. Here it comes.
And their enemies beheld them.
Our enemies going to see us. Who's the enemies? The white man. Watch this.
Verse 13.
But you missed it.
Come on.
Daniel 12.
Come on.
And the same hour.
And the same hour, meaning the same time that we're taken up.
Was there a great earthquake
meaning destruction.
And
Right?
the 10th part of the city fell.
Meaning the 10th part of the city is going to be destroyed.
Mhm.
This is the great thing that Daniel's talking about, which shall never been since the world began.
No,
Thermal,
this is
nuclear
saying Israel.
destruction.
This is saying the people of Israel.
Uh-huh.
The people of Israel are going to experience a time of time.
Where did you see persecution?
That's what it means. And there shall listen. There shall be a time of trouble
Uh-huh.
for that people, not just
Read this,
generally.
read it,
Listen,
read it,
man.
read it.
There shall be a time of trouble, such as
As
never
never
has been since there was a nation till that time. But at that time, your people shall be delivered. What
Yes.
it means is the
Destruction.
people of Israel had gone through.
See, he's smiling because he knows this guy got him.
Got him.
Now he should have went to Jeremiah 30:6. Let's go to these two precepts here.
For the intro, you just finished watching
I don't got to play no more.
this video. There's another. Let me see if I believe the elder pastor played
It'll be
because I know there was another precept in Matthew 20. I thought he right here. Like, you can watch the elder pastor video.
Captivities.
Mhm.
They had gone through destruction. They had gone through captivity by the Assyrians, by the Babylonians, and so on. This is prophesied that in the
look at how they looking at this guy like he wants to bite him.
what
Yes.
it means is the
Destruction.
people of Israel had gone through captivities. They had gone through the destruction. They had gone through captivity by the Assyrians, by the Babylonians, and so on. This is prophesied that in the last days they are going to go through something that would surpass that.
Mr. Boyne.
You don't have that.
Mr. Boyne.
If we are the people, you don't have that in your prophetic
Mr. Boyne.
eschatology.
Leave Bible interpretation to us. You don't have it.
Leave Bible interpretation to us because you don't have it. Here he's saying the next to a guy with a. Here he's teaching, and back then, 8, 10, 11, 12 years ago, he wasn't teaching about an eternal hell. If I leave the teaching, would be confused.
When you read 2 Peter 3, it talks about the great fire that shall destroy everything. That's what this is
This is
talking
not
about.
talking about everything. No,
That's
this is
what
talking
talking
about something specific to the nation of Israel.
When you read Psalms 91, I got more precepts for you. Psalms 91, it says 1,000 shall fall at one side and 10,000 at your.
He doesn't understand that's talk. The time when Michael comes to deliver, that's when the fire comes in America. Babylon is burned. But before that, there's going to be a lead up. Isaiah, what is that? Isaiah 32:9. Woe to you, women that are at ease. Different women, or you go to when you go to the chat. Matter of fact, I'll go to that, and I did a video on it. It's going to happen in the kingdom. No, it's let's come on back.
Come night when they come.
That's the time of trouble.
And the angel Michael.
Yes, we just read that in Revelation 11. come up hither. Matthew 24, Christ.
Right here, Matthew.
As he sends
24.
forth his angels
Yes.
to gather my elect
will be
from
He
the
said a time of trouble. A time. Let's look up. Let's look that up. A time of trouble. Mr. Boyd got frustrated, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of that brothers caught. Because you know, the feed just went out, you know, Satan just acting up, you know, so I don't know exactly where we left off at. You know, if a brother remembers, like, what's the last part that got cut off? Because pretty much, you know, the elder Ian Bourne, you know, kept harping on Daniel 12, and Bishop Nathaniel, whether he brought it up or whether Deacon Nathaniel brought it up, you know, they mentioned Matthew, the 24th chapter. And the point in Matthew 24th chapter, it says after the tribulation of those days. Right? Now, let's go back to that. Fuck it. You know, you could, you know, stall the train, but you can't stop the train. So now it says Matthew 24:29, immediately after the tribulation of those days. When you look up this word after, right? The word there is meta, right? Which means with, this is meta, with, after, behind. So behind this what? Tribulation. That's when, you know, the destruction comes. After the tribulation. So it's after what? Tribulation right here, thlipsis. And the word thlipsis is a pressing together, pressure. Metaphorically, oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress, straits, that you could use it metaphorically. In this case, it's talking about something that's physically going to happen, as in Daniel, the 12th chapter. Afflicted, anguish, pressure, burdened, persecution, tribulation, trouble. What type of trouble? Jacob's trouble, right? And when you read Daniel 12, it speaks about a time of trouble. This time of trouble is Jacob's trouble. When you go to Jacob's trouble, right, which is in Jeremiah the 30th and 30 and 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, and he shall be saved out of it. Jacob's trouble, the word trouble is the word tazarah, which means straits, distress, trouble. The same. So tazarah would be the synonym, or should I say thlipsis, for the word tribulation would be the synonym for the Hebrew word tazarah, which is trouble. When you come down here, right, to Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, which is where you'll find this word tazarah, Jeremiah 30 and 7, you also find it in Daniel 12 and 1, where it speaks about a time of trouble. And this is Jacob's trouble. In 2nd Ezra 16 and 67, behold, the Most High himself is the judge. Fear him, leave off from your sins, and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble. So, you know, you have some Israelite, a handful of Israelites, which are of the elect throughout the ages, that when the prophet spoke in all the different time periods, they listened. They prepared themselves. They did the best that they could to have an hedge from that destruction. But these same knuckleheads you see today that are bucking up against this truth, speaking and talking shit, these are the same individuals that were back then doing the same thing. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. This is the time of Jacob's trouble. These different troops, these different, you know, militarized troops, you know, that police forces, militarized police forces that's going to come to Jake, because, you know, we're in the midst of Jacob's trouble now, at the very beginnings of it, because it started with the northern kingdom, right? The northern kingdom was begging Judah for help. Judah said, nah, you guys are racist, you know, this, that, and the other. And that's not the case, because not all so-called Latin tribes are racist. You have a lot of them that are, yeah. And my attitude to them is fuck them. They could kiss my motherfucking ass, you know, because they're fucking ignorant, you know, and a lot of them think they're fucking white, you know. But the point is that, you know, in this side of the world, the Western side of the world, they paint a broad stroke when it comes to certain things. They'll, just like they paint a broad stroke and say that all black people, you know, all the black men have their pants sagging, they got dreads in their head, they act like YNs and fools, and that's not true. You have highly educated so-called black men out there. You have highly critical thinking so-called black men out there, which are the tribe of Judah. And then you have the ones that know that they're Israelites, that are separate from that, but they paint a broad stroke that all Jakes are alike. They clone Tyrone. When you watch the movie Clone Tyrone, the nations look at all Jakes like that. You know, so when the Latin tribes were calling on Judah to help, a lot of Judites laughed at them. No, y'all got to deal with that on your own. We had to deal with it yet. But that was what? That was a cry to them because it's prophecy. But the scriptures say that Judah and Ephraim, or Judah and Israel, shall be oppressed together. Now they're targeting Judah. And even you had Judites out there, Southern Kingdom, many Judites out there that were telling Judah that, look, they're coming for the Latin tribes, but they're coming for you too. And then you had Latin tribes that were saying, yeah, they're coming for us now, but they're going to come for you too eventually. This is all, prophecy. So we're in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. You know, I forget what neighborhood that was where they started taking people out. It was early in the morning. They were taking Jake out. They were taking the children out, half naked. You know, I believe they said some people were naked. That's Jacob's trouble. And who's doing it? ICE agents. And what are they doing? Now you had I think over 15,000, if I'm not mistaken. There was a post, I believe, Elder Yashawama put up 15,000 applications or more that came through because or was it $15,000? I forget the number. If brothers know what I'm talking about, Babakushaki, if you could post it. There was a bunch of overwhelming number of applications for ICE agents because they got a high signing, bonus signing, bonus for joining, because a lot of people are strapped for cash. So these ICE agents, although some of them are Jake, 150,000. Now is that 100? That's 150,000 applications. Because now, what was the price that they're giving? Was it $50,000 per person or something like that to go around gathering? And you got to understand, they don't care if you are a U.S. citizen or not. All they know is that everybody that they gather, is money, $50,000. That's right. So it's 150,000 applications, overwhelming number. People have joined or trying to join ICE for that $50,000 signing bonus, and they don't care if you are legal or not. Their whole thing is to detain you because everybody, I believe it's $1,000 per head or something like that. This is nothing more than what they did to Gad. You receive $100 for each scalp, and if it's children or women, it's a little less, but nevertheless, they're not discriminate. They just grab any. If you look like a Latino, you look like a Negro, they grabbing your ass up. So the time of Jacob's trouble is here, but we're at the beginning stages of it. It's going to get a lot worse. And you can see just from the ICE agents how they deal. They slam old women. They don't give a fuck. They shall be like madmen, sparing none. You have FEMA troops, you have other militarized groups, you have the police force, and they're not coming, with kid gloves. Especially these ICE agents, they come in full force. This is the time of Jacob's trouble that the scriptures is talking about, that the elder Ian Boyne was trying to explain to that knucklehead Bishop Nathaniel, and he clearly said several times. First he said no, meaning no Jacob's trouble. Then he said yes, dealing with the so you're saying that everything is everything, and then the destruction is going to come, and the Israelites will be delivered. He said yes. And then he said another time, he said that there's not going to be any Jacob's trouble. He didn't say it in those words, but he did. Whenever the brother said, there's going to be a time, ethnic cleansing, he said no. Clearly said it, no. But now with his, and you have these zombies, that's why Elder Pastor, we call them zombies at the IUIC. They'll see that, but somehow that magic spell that Nate has over them will make them see that, oh yeah, he did say that nothing was happening. He didn't say that. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place, all throughout America, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. The Israelites, time of Jacob's trouble, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So they slamming, they'll slam a child if they have to. They slamming old women, fat, overweight. I mean, they don't give a shit. They snatching you out of your house. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. We just saw or witnessed something like this happening like 2, 3 in the morning. And the whole thing is gang members, Tren de Araguas and all that other bullshit. That's the cover story. But they're grabbing hard-working individuals that don't do any crime. And they're grabbing Jake too, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. So now I know them individuals that was clowning the Latin tribes for getting, persecuted. Now they're feeling stupid. And it said, then shall be known who are my chosen. Why? Because Michael, the archangel, the angels are going to step in, once the shit gets out of hand. And the Lord said, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. And they shall be tried as a gold in the fire. So they're going to be known. Why? Because they're going to be protected. The elect. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Just like he said here in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. I should have just read it there. It's okay. Right? Jeremiah 30 and 7. As alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be delivered out of it. And this is what we read here, which Bishop Nathaniel tried to use this scripture in Matthew 24. Whether Deacon Nathan brought it out or Bishop Nathaniel called for it, he read this and tried to use this and said, see, the destruction is going to come. Matthew 24 and 29, it says, immediately after the tribulation of those days. The word after, once again, is the word meta, which means with, after, behind. So on the tail end of what? After what? Immediately after what? The tribulation of those days. The word tribulation is thlipsis. Pressing together, pressure, afflicted, anguish, burden, persecution, tribulation, trouble. So after the trouble, Jacob's trouble, immediately after Jacob's trouble, right? Immediately after Jacob's trouble, right? Let's read it again. Immediately after Jacob's trouble, the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven. These are the missiles when they drop, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then, after the Jacob's trouble, and all hell breaking loose, and things starting to fall apart, the society collapsing, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. He's coming, Yahushua, with the angels, multitudes of angels. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels, beginning with Michael, with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. As the elder Ian Boyne was trying to tell Nate that there was going to be a great persecution against the Israelites. Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, when the tribulation is in hot, when Esau and the troops and all that are in hot pursuit, that people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, meaning the elect. So Bishop Nathaniel is a liar. He said there was going to be no time of Jacob's trouble, but there was nowhere in that discourse where he said, well, there's nothing happening right now. Yeah, that's going to happen, but there's nothing happening right now. There's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble. Yeah, there's going to be a great persecution, but there's nothing happening right now. Nowhere in that discourse did he say that. He kept saying no, 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 no. But his zombies are still going to follow because that's just what zombies do. So with that, I pray that you brothers and few sisters have been edified. Till the next time I say shalom. Boy, Satan is just jumping on every goddamn thing, boy. I tell you. But that's okay. The fuck out of here, man. Shaloms. Sometimes you got to just fight through the storm. God damn. Shit. Stay up.